There is a woman you are meant to become. She is calm. She is graceful. She walks into a room and something shifts in the air. People notice her, not because she is loud, not because she demands attention, but because there is something about her presence that feels different. And here is what I want you to understand today: that woman is not someone else. She is you. She has always been you. You have simply not yet learned the daily habits that unlock her. So let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some women seem to glow from the inside? Why some women seem to attract respect, love, and good opportunities, while others struggle even though they work twice as hard? I have thought about this for a long time, and what I have come to understand is this: it is not luck. It is not beauty. It is not youth. It is habits. It is the small, quiet things a woman does every single day that shape who she becomes. It is what she does when no one is watching. It is how she treats herself in the morning, how she speaks to herself in the afternoon, and how she closes her eyes at night. Here is why this matters so deeply. We live in a world that is very loud. A world that constantly tells women what they should look like, what they should achieve, what they should tolerate. A world that often asks women to give more and more, while offering less and less in return. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise, many women lose touch with themselves. They lose touch with their own worth. They forget what it feels like to be at peace in their own skin. If you are a woman in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, maybe you know exactly what I am talking about. Maybe you have given so much of yourself to your career, to your family, to your relationships, that there is very little left for you. Maybe you have been through heartbreak or disappointment that made you question your value. Maybe you look in the mirror some days and wonder, where did I go? I want you to know something. It is not too late. It is never too late to become the woman you were always meant to be. And it does not require a dramatic transformation. It does not require you to change everything overnight. It simply requires you to change what you do every day. Because your daily habits are not just actions. They are votes. Every time you repeat a habit, you are casting a vote for the type of woman you are becoming. And if you vote often enough, consistently enough, you will become her. So in this video, I am going to share with you 5 daily habits that can turn any woman into a high-value woman. Not 5 complicated things. Not 5 expensive things. Not 5 things that require you to become someone you are not. These are 5 simple, powerful habits that you can begin practicing today. And they will slowly, gently, beautifully transform how you see yourself and how the world sees you. By the end of this video, you will understand not just what these habits are, but why they work, why they matter, and how you can weave them into your real life, starting right now. So let us begin. Let me start with a question. What is the very first thing you do when you wake up? For many women, the answer is reach for the phone, check the messages, read the emails, scroll through social media, see what the world needs from them today. And before they have even opened their eyes fully, before they have even taken a conscious breath, they have already given themselves away. Here is what I want you to understand about being a high-value woman. A high-value woman knows that she cannot pour from an empty cup. She knows that if she does not fill herself first, she will have nothing real to offer anyone else. But here is the deeper truth. This is not just about energy management. This is about identity. When you begin your day by immediately responding to the world's demands, you are sending yourself a message. You are saying the world's needs come first. My needs come second. And when you repeat that message every single day, for months and years, you start to believe it. You start to feel that you are only as valuable as what you can give, what you can do, what you can produce for others. A high-value woman understands something different. She understands that her first moments of the day are sacred. They belong to her. They are her time to reconnect with herself, to ground herself in who she is, to choose the energy she wants to carry into the world. Let me give you an example. Imagine a woman named Amara. She is 42 years old. She has 2 teenagers, a full-time job, and a mother who needs care. Her life is busy. Her life is full. Every day, people need things from her. For years, Amara would wake up to chaos. Her alarm would ring, and within seconds, she would be checking her phone, replying to messages, thinking about all the tasks ahead. By the time she left the house, she already felt exhausted. She felt like she was running to catch up with her own life. One day, something shifted. Amara decided to try something simple. She decided to wake up just 15 minutes earlier and spend those 15 minutes in silence. No phone, no tasks, just her. At first, it felt strange. Her mind raced. She thought about all the things she should be doing, but she stayed with it. And slowly, something beautiful began to happen. Those 15 minutes became her anchor, her sanctuary. In that stillness, she would breathe deeply. She would ask herself, how do I want to feel today? She would remind herself of her worth, not the worth that comes from doing, but the worth that simply is. After a few weeks, Amara noticed that she felt different, calmer, more centered. When problems arose during the day, she did not react as quickly. She responded with more grace. She had something inside her that the chaos could not touch. People around her noticed the change too. They commented that she seemed lighter, more present, more at peace. And it all started with 15 minutes of stillness in the morning. So here is what I invite you to do. Starting tomorrow, give yourself the gift of morning stillness. Before you look at your phone, before you check your messages, before you think about what the world needs from you, take at least 10 or 15 minutes for yourself. You can sit in silence. You can practice slow, deep breathing. You can journal. You can pray or meditate if that resonates with you. You can simply sit with a cup of tea or coffee and watch the light come through the window. The activity itself does not matter as much as the intention behind it. The intention is this: I am worth filling first. My peace matters. My presence to myself matters. When you begin your day this way, you are not just doing a morning routine. You are declaring something. You are declaring that you are a woman who values herself. A woman who knows that her inner world shapes her outer world. A woman who does not give herself away before she has claimed herself. And that, my dear, is the first habit of a high-value woman. Now let us move to the second habit. And this one might surprise you. It is about speaking, but not just about what you say to others. It is also about what you say to yourself. Here is what I have come to believe. Words are one of the most powerful forces in the universe. With words, we can build people up or tear them down. We can create connection or destroy it. We can heal wounds or deepen them. And the words we speak most often, to ourselves and about ourselves, shape who we become. A high-value woman understands the power of her tongue. She does not speak carelessly. She does not gossip. She does not tear down other women. She does not use her words as weapons when she is angry. And most importantly, she does not speak cruelty to herself. Let me explain why this matters so deeply. Your words create your reality. I know that sounds like something from a motivational poster. But stay with me. When you constantly criticize yourself, when you call yourself stupid or ugly or unworthy, when you say things like, I always mess up, or nobody will ever love me, you are not just describing yourself. You are programming yourself. Your brain hears those words and accepts them as truth. And then it looks for evidence to support that truth. It filters out the good and highlights the bad. It makes you act in ways that confirm your negative beliefs. This is not magic. This is psychology. This is how the human mind works. And the opposite is also true. When you speak kindly to yourself, When you acknowledge your efforts, when you say things like, "I am learning and growing," or "I deserve good things," you begin to believe it. And you begin to act in alignment with those beliefs. A high-value woman knows this. She guards her words like a queen guards her crown. Let me tell you about a woman I will call Diana. Diana is 51. She has been divorced for 3 years. After her divorce, she went through a very dark time. She blamed herself for the failure of her marriage. She told herself that she was not beautiful enough, not smart enough, not good enough. And every time she looked in the mirror, she said unkind things to herself. One day, Diana reads something that changed her perspective. She read that we would never speak to a friend the way we speak to ourselves. And she realized it was true. If a friend came to her after a painful divorce, Diana would comfort her. She would remind her of her worth. She would never call her ugly or stupid or unlovable. So why was she doing that to herself? Diana decided to make a change. Every morning, before she began her day, she would stand in front of the mirror and say one kind thing to herself. Just one, something true. Something she could believe. At first, it felt awkward, even false, but she kept going. You are trying, and that is enough. You have been through so much, and you are still standing. Your heart is kind. Your soul is beautiful. Over time, something shifted inside Diana. The voice in her head, the one that had been so harsh for so long, began to soften. It did not disappear overnight, but it became quieter, and a new voice began to grow. A voice of compassion, a voice of encouragement. Diana started to carry herself differently. She held her head a little higher. She smiled a little more easily. She stopped apologizing for existing. And when people met her, they felt something warm from her, something real. Something that comes from a woman who has learned to be gentle with herself. So here's my invitation to you. Begin to notice your words. All of them. Notice how you speak to yourself when you make a mistake. Notice how you speak about yourself when you look in the mirror. Notice how you speak about others, especially other women. And when you catch yourself being harsh, pause. Ask yourself, would I speak this way to someone I love? If the answer is no, try again. Find a softer way, a truer way, a more generous way. This is not about pretending everything is perfect. This is not about toxic positivity or denying your struggles. This is about choosing to be your own ally instead of your own enemy. A high-value woman is not perfect, but she is kind to herself. And from that kindness, she becomes kinder to everyone around her. Habit number 3, here is a truth that many women do not learn until later in life. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone should have a seat at your table. Not every conversation is worth having. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every invitation is worth accepting. A high-value woman understands something very important. Her energy is finite. She only has so much time, so much attention, so much emotional capacity in a day. And if she gives it all away to people who drain her, to situations that do not serve her, to drama that does not concern her, she will have nothing left for the things and people that truly matter. This is not about being selfish. This is about being wise. Let me explain the deeper why. When you protect your energy, you are protecting your peace. And your peace is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Your peace is the foundation on which everything else is built. When you are at peace, you make better decisions. You show up more fully for your work, your family, your friendships. You respond instead of react. You create instead of just survive. But when your energy is constantly drained by toxic relationships, by news that upsets you, by commitments that leave you empty, you become depleted. You become resentful. You become a shadow of who you were meant to be. I want to tell you about a woman named Helen. Helen is 37. She's successful in her career and loved by her friends. But for years, Helen had one problem. She could not say no. Whenever someone needed help, Helen was there. Whenever there was a party, Helen attended. Whenever someone called her to vent for an hour about their problems, Helen listened. She thought this made her a good person, a good friend, a good woman. But over time, Helen started to feel empty, exhausted. Even resentful, she would come home at night with nothing left to give herself. No energy to read, no energy to exercise, no energy to pursue her own dreams. She was so busy filling everyone else's cup that hers ran dry. One day, Helen got sick. Nothing serious, but her body was telling her something. Slow down. Rest. Stop. During her recovery, Helen had time to think. And she realized something that changed her life. She realized that saying yes to everything meant saying no to herself. Every time she agreed to something out of guilt, she was taking time and energy away from her own well-being. Every time she let someone drain her, she was robbing herself of the resources she needed to thrive. Helen decided to make a change. She started saying no, not rudely, not harshly, but firmly and clearly. I will not be able to make it to that event. I am not available for that kind of conversation right now. I need some time to myself this weekend. At first, some people were surprised. A few were even upset. But something interesting happened. The people who truly loved Helen understood. They respected her boundaries. They even admired her for setting them. And the people who did not understand, the ones who only valued Helen for what she could give them, those relationships naturally faded. Helen realized that she had not lost anything important. She had simply created space for what mattered. And in that space, she found her peace again. Her joy, her energy, she became herself again. So here is what I want you to take from this. Every day you have a choice. You can give your energy to everyone and everything that demands it. Or you can be intentional about where you spend yourself. A high-value woman chooses the second path. Here are some practical things you can do. First, learn to pause before you say yes. When someone makes a request of you, do not answer immediately. Take a breath. Ask yourself, do I truly want to do this? Do I have the capacity for this? Will this add to my life or take from it? You are allowed to take time before you respond. You are allowed to say, let me check and get back to you. Second, limit your exposure to things that drain you. This includes certain people, yes, but it also includes what you watch, what you read, what you scroll through on your phone. Be mindful of how certain content makes you feel. If it leaves you anxious, angry, or sad, consider whether you need it in your life. Third, schedule time for restoration. Just as you schedule meetings and appointments, schedule time for yourself to rest and recharge. This is not laziness. This is wisdom. This is how you protect the resource of your own energy. A high-value woman does not let the world drain her. She guards her energy like the precious resource it is. And from that place of fullness, she has so much more to offer the people she truly loves. Habit 4, honor your body and appearance as an expression of self-respect. Now, I want to talk about something that can be sensitive. I want to talk about how you present yourself to the world. But before I say anything else, let me be very clear about what I do not mean. I am not talking about trying to look like a certain age. I am not talking about starving yourself or spending money you do not have. I am not talking about dressing to please other people or conforming to standards that do not fit your values. That is not what this is about. What I am talking about is something much deeper. I am talking about caring for yourself as an act of love. Here is the deeper why behind this habit. The way you treat your body, the home you live in every single day, sends a message to your subconscious mind. It tells you what you believe about your own worth. When you take time to nourish your body with good food, to move it in ways that feel good, to dress it in clothes that make you feel beautiful, you are saying, I matter. My well-being matters. I deserve care. And when you neglect your body, when you dress in ways that make you feel invisible, When you stop taking care of yourself because you think it does not matter anymore, you are saying the opposite. This is not about vanity. This is about dignity. A high-value woman takes care of herself because she respects herself. And that respect is visible in how she moves, how she dresses, how she carries her body through the world. Let me share an example. There is a woman I will call Priya. She is 48. A few years ago, Priya went through a very difficult time. Her children had grown up and left home. She had ended a long-term relationship. She found herself alone for the first time in decades. During that period, Priya stopped caring about herself. She stopped exercising. She stopped doing her hair. She wore the same old clothes day after day. She told herself, what is the point? Who is going to see me anyway? But here is the thing Priya did not realize at first. She was going to see herself. Every time she looked in the mirror, she saw a woman who had given up. A woman who had stopped trying. And that image reinforced her feelings of sadness and worthlessness. One day, a friend visited Priya. This friend noticed the change and said something very simple. She said, Priya, your outside is telling a story about how you feel inside. But you get to choose what story you tell. Those words stayed with Priya. She decided to make a small change. Just one thing. She decided to get dressed every day. Really dressed. Even if she was not going anywhere. Even if no one would see her. She put on clothes that fit. She brushed her hair. She put on a little lipstick. It sounds small, but it changed everything. When Priya looked in the mirror, she saw someone different. She saw a woman who still cared. A woman who still had dignity. A woman who was worth the effort. And that feeling began to spread to other areas of her life. She started going for walks. She started eating better. She started reaching out to friends again. She started to heal. It all began with the simple act of honoring her body. So here is what I want to offer you. Please do not wait until you reach a certain size or a certain age to take care of yourself. Do not wait until you are in a relationship to dress beautifully. Do not wait until life is perfect to honor the body you have been given. Start now. Start today. Here are some simple ways to practice this habit. First, move your body every day. Not because you need to lose weight or look a certain way, but because movement is an expression of gratitude. It is saying, thank you, body, for carrying me through life. It can be a walk. It can be dancing in your living room. It can be stretching in the morning. Find something that feels good and do it daily. Second, dress with intention. You do not need expensive clothes. You do not need a full wardrobe makeover. But pay attention to how your clothes make you feel. Choose things that make you feel confident and comfortable. Choose things that make you smile when you see yourself. Third, practice small rituals of self-care. Put lotion on your skin. Take a longer shower sometimes. Light a candle while you get ready. These small acts are not just about beauty. They are about honoring the body that does so much for you. A high-value woman knows that her body is not just a vehicle to carry her brain around. It is her home, her temple, her partner in this life, and she treats it with the respect it deserves. Habit 5, end each day with reflection, release, and gratitude. We have talked about how to begin the day. Now let us talk about how to end it. Because here is something I have learned. How you close your day matters just as much as how you open it. When you go to sleep with a cluttered mind, with unprocessed emotions, with a heart full of worry, you do not rest well. You carry that weight into your dreams, and you wake up the next day already burdened. But when you take time to reflect, to release, and to find gratitude before you sleep, you give yourself a beautiful gift. You give yourself the gift of closure. You give yourself the gift of starting tomorrow fresh. Here is why this habit is so powerful for a high-value woman. A high-value woman is not perfect. She makes mistakes. She has hard days. She faces challenges and disappointments just like everyone else. The difference is this: she does not let those things accumulate. She processes. She reflects. She learns what she needs to learn. And then she lets it go. She does not carry yesterday's burdens into tomorrow. Let me tell you about a woman I will call Maria. Maria is 53. She has had a full life, a career in nursing, 3 children, 2 marriages. She has seen joy and she has seen pain. For many years, Maria would go to bed exhausted but unable to sleep. Her mind would race with everything she did wrong that day, everything she worried about for tomorrow, every regret from her past. She would lie in the dark, replaying conversations, imagining worst-case scenarios, feeling the weight of all her responsibilities pressing down on her. Sleep did not come easily, and when it did, it was restless. One year, Maria attended a retreat for women, and at this retreat, she learned a simple practice that changed her nights and her life. The practice was this: every night before bed, Maria would take out a small notebook and write 3 things. First, she would write one thing she wanted to release from the day, something that bothered her, something that weighed on her. And after she wrote it, she would close her eyes and mentally let it go. Not ignore it, not pretend it did not matter, but consciously choose to release her grip on it. Second, she would write one thing she learned that day, even if it was a small lesson. Even if it was just, I learned that I need to eat lunch earlier, or I learned that my neighbor is struggling too. This practice of finding the lesson transformed her challenges into teachers. Third, she would write one thing she was grateful for. Not a generic thing, something specific from that day. The way the sunlight looked in the afternoon, a kind word from a stranger, the taste of her morning coffee. Maria did this practice every night for 30 days. And she noticed something remarkable. She slept better, deeper, more peacefully. But it was more than that. She started feeling lighter during the day, less burdened, less anxious. She started seeing her life differently. Instead of a collection of problems, she saw it as a journey full of lessons and gifts. The practice took only 10 minutes, but its effects spread across her entire life. Maria told me, I finally understand what it means to end the day with peace instead of chaos. So here is my invitation to you. Create a closing ritual for your day. It does not have to be elaborate. It does not have to take long. But before you go to sleep, take a few minutes to reflect. Ask yourself, what can I release from today? Maybe it was an argument with someone. Maybe it was a disappointment at work. Maybe it was just a feeling of frustration or sadness. Acknowledge it, and then consciously choose to let it go. You can even say out loud, I release this. I do not need to carry it into tomorrow. Then ask yourself, what did I learn today? Every day teaches us something. Sometimes the lessons are clear. Sometimes we have to look for them. But there is always something. Finally, ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? This is not about pretending everything is perfect. This is about training your mind to notice the good. Because there is always good, even on the hardest days. A kind word, a small pleasure, a moment of peace. When you practice this every night, you begin to rewire your mind. You stop focusing on what went wrong and start noticing what went right. You stop carrying old weight and start traveling lighter. You become a woman who knows how to process life, not suppress it, not be overwhelmed by it, but move through it with grace. And that is the sign of a truly high-value woman. Now, before I close, I want to take a moment to speak to something that might be lingering in your heart. Maybe you have been watching this video and thinking this sounds beautiful, but is it really for me? Maybe you have been told your whole life that your needs do not matter, that putting yourself first is selfish, that a good woman sacrifices everything for others and asks for nothing in return. Maybe you were taught that taking time for stillness is laziness, that protecting your energy is being difficult, that caring about your appearance is vanity. that saying kind things to yourself is arrogance. If you were taught any of these things, I understand. Many of us were. But I want to offer you a new way of thinking. A high-value woman does not neglect herself to prove her worth. She fills herself so she can truly give to others. She protects her peace so she can be a source of peace for those she loves. She cares for herself so she has the strength to care for the world. There is nothing selfish about any of this. In fact, it is the most generous thing you can do, because when you are depleted, you give from emptiness. When you are full, you give from overflow. And the people around you, your children, your partner, your friends, your colleagues, they can feel the difference. So if there is an old voice in your head telling you that you do not deserve these habits, that you are not important enough to invest in yourself, I want you to know something. That voice is not truth. That voice is just fear, just old conditioning, just messages that were passed down from generation to generation by people who did not know any better. You can choose a different voice. You can choose to believe that you are worthy, that your peace matters, that your joy matters, that your growth matters. And you can live from that belief every single day. So let me bring everything together now. We have talked about 5 daily habits that can turn any woman into a high-value woman. The first habit is beginning your day in stillness, taking time to fill yourself before you give to the world. The second habit is speaking with intention, guarding the power of your words, especially the words you speak to yourself. The third habit is protecting your energy, understanding that your peace is a precious resource and treating it that way. The fourth habit is honoring your body and appearance, not out of vanity, but out of self-respect and dignity. And the fifth habit is ending your day with reflection, release, and gratitude, closing each day with peace instead of chaos. These are not complicated habits. They are not expensive habits. They do not require you to change everything about your life or become someone you are not. They simply require you to value yourself every day, in small ways, consistently. And when you do this, something beautiful happens. You begin to see yourself differently. You begin to carry yourself differently. And the world begins to respond to you differently, not because you have changed who you are, but because you have finally become who you were always meant to be. I want to leave you with this thought. Being a high-value woman is not about perfection. It is not about never making mistakes or always having everything together. It is about knowing your worth, even on the hard days. It is about treating yourself with the same grace and compassion you would offer to someone you love. It is about building a life that feels good from the inside, not just one that looks good from the outside. And it is about understanding that your value is not determined by what you do for others, what you look like, how old you are, or whether you are in a relationship. Your value is inherent. It is built into you. It has always been there. These habits are simply how you uncover it. So wherever you are on your journey right now, whether you are just beginning or whether you have been walking this path for years, I want you to know that I see you. I see your struggles. I see your strength. I see the woman you are becoming, and I believe in her. She is graceful. She is powerful. She is calm. She walks through life with quiet confidence. She knows her worth, and she is already inside you, waiting to emerge. All you have to do is practice, one habit at a time, one day at a time. If this message touched your heart today, I would be so grateful if you would take a moment to like this video. It helps more women find these words when they need them most. And if you have not already, please subscribe to this channel. There is so much more I want to share with you about becoming the high-value woman you were meant to be, about building your queen energy, your aura, your inner peace, your empowered relationships. I would love to continue this journey with you. And finally, I have a question for you. In the comments below, tell me which of these 5 habits does your heart need most right now? Is it morning stillness, speaking with kindness to yourself, protecting your energy, honoring your body, or ending your day with peace? I would love to hear from you, and I read every single comment. Thank you for being here. Thank you for investing this time in yourself. You are worthy of every good thing coming your way. Until next time, take care of yourself, beautiful queen. The world needs your light.